Get ready for the smackdown.
How's it going, everyone? And a big warm welcome back to Comic Book Fan Panel. Now, first of all, before I begin this video, I am so sorry that we haven't uploaded anything in a while. I've just been very busy. I finished uni last year. I've been sorting out some other things. I started working, and now I have actually started another channel. So if you guys would like to check it out, I'll leave the link down below. It's called Byrnzys World, where I do a lot of vlogs and all that. But anyway, the big announcement is that I've actually moved to Europe for a year, and yeah, so I'll be trying to do a couple of vlogs a week where I show what I'm getting up to and all that sort of thing. So like I say, I'll leave a link in the description. But as you can see from the title, today I'm going to be doing a review on the Captain Underpants trailer. Now for me, I know this might not be for everyone, but for me, I am so excited because as a little kid, I read the Captain Underpants novels, and even till now, I actually, when they release new books, when Dave Pilkey released new books, I would purchase the book and I would read it. And so yeah, like I have grown up reading Captain Underpants, and I absolutely love the books. And so for me to find out, like literally just a few days ago, that they are doing a movie, I was just like, I just couldn't believe it. It was just, I'm just so excited. I cannot wait. And oh yeah, it's just, I'm just really excited. But I think for anyone who doesn't know what Captain Underpants is, it's a story based upon two kids in primary school called George Beard and Howard Hutchins. George Beard is going to be played by Kevin Hart, and Howard Hutchins is going to be played by Thomas Hiddleditch, that create comic books under the name Treehouse Comic Inc., which actually in the trailer, which is pretty awesome, when you see them writing and creating new comic books, you actually see the mat that they are laughing on is the logo, which is crazy that they have decided to bring that name into the movie, because it's such a pivotal thing. Well, I think it's such a pivotal thing because, you know, it's what they created and it's like where the comics originated from, so it's like their own little company that they did. And also in the scene, you actually see in that one of the comic books is the Dandelion of Doom, which comes from the third book, the Cafeteria Ladies from Outer Space, and that brings that a bit of a background of like all the type of comics that they created from the minds of George Beard and Howard Hutchins. And also it gives that, and also it shows like what bad guys have been in the other book, so it actually brings a bit of that feeling of the book to it. I think it is really cool as well how in from what we can see in the trailer, how they've done that, they've shown that aspect, that as well as writing comics, George and Harold love to play pranks on the school, even the principal and even the other teachers. I love how they've put that into the movie. And because I thought it was like a very important aspect of George and Howard's personality in the books, is that they always play pranks on everyone. They did all these really crazy pranks on sometimes the football team, and that was the one thing that got him in trouble with Mr. Krupp. And I love how that in the trailer you can see that the last straw was when he caught him doing something which we still don't know what that is, and then he threatened to put him in separate classes. And it's really interesting because in the first book he actually threatened to put George and Howard in separate classes as well for doing a prank on the sports team. Of how he's included that because that's the one thing that Mr. Krupp wanted, was to break up the friendship between George and Harold. And yeah, which is I love how they've included that plot point into the movie. The other thing that I thought was really cool is that the way that they've they included the hypnotism of Mr. Krupp, and I love how that they've gone with that original storyline that they hypnotized Mr. Krupp to turn him into Captain Underpants and even to stop them from switching into grades, and that was the main idea to buy the 3D hypno ring, was to, and it was really cool to see that they've even in some of the little scenes that they've included some significant names from the book. Like there was a store in near the end of the trailer where it was everything except for fabric softener, and I love how they've actually included that name in it, because I can't remember which book I think it was in the 5th book, The Wrath of the Wicked Wedgie Woman, George and Harold are looking for fabric softener, and then they go to a store, and then that's what the sign was everything except for fabric softener. I love how they actually included some of those store names into the movie. The other thing that really stood out for me was when they turned Mr. Krupp into Captain Underpants, and when he jumps out of the window saying, "Come on, psychics," and they're laughing and all that, and it reminds me of when it first happens in the book. That's exactly what happens. Like George Beard and Howard Hutchins are like laughing on the ground because they couldn't believe that they turned their principal into Captain Underpants. But then he just runs out the window. There was this one scene where Captain Underpants jumps onto these 2 robbers, and also in the 1st book, the first bad guys that Captain Underpants actually stops is 2 robbers. He stops them at the front of the door, and then they look at him and he's like, "Well, I'm Captain Underpants," and they start laughing hysterically. And I like how they show that significant scene because it shows that they are going back to the books and bringing as much of the books into the movies as they can, which I think is incredible. Like the animation for the movie, I love how they've actually animated in a way to a similar way of the books, which I thought was really cool. And I thought like the voice actors that they have chosen, like Kevin Hart as George Beard, they could have not chosen anyone better. I honestly, the people who they've chosen, like, you know, you got Ed Helms as Captain Underpants. When he says the line "tra-la-la," which is Captain Underpants' quote, I just like, you know, I pictured that's what Captain Underpants would sound like, Ed Helms, so I just thought that was a great choice. Tom Hiddleston, I think he's going to play a great Howard Hutchins. And you've got Nick Kroll as Professor Poopy Pants, which you only see like the parts of him when he's in the class, and then when he's on the Turbo Toilet 2000, which I think that is relating to the 2nd book where Captain Underpants versus the Turbo Toilet 2000, but instead it's like they're doing it as, from the looks of it, that Professor Poopy Pants invented the Turbo Toilet 2000, which I thought was which if they're going that way, I thought that's a really great adaptation. Honestly, I cannot wait. Like I said, I still cannot believe that they've decided to turn this into a movie. It's just like it's just incredible. And from the first look of the trailer, I'm really excited to see what the movie has in store. I know that I'll definitely go and see it when it comes out in cinema. But yeah, guys, please let me know what you think, what your thoughts are on the new trailer, and yeah, leave a comment below. I really hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a big thumbs up. Like I said, sorry that we haven't done videos in a while, but it's good to be back on Comic Book Fan Panel. I hope you guys are having a great day, and I will see you in the next video.
Come on, let's kick it, let's all get wicked. Put your hands in the sky for a one-way ticket.